I'm very sorry we're late. Could you knock the fan off, my love? Ellen will be joining us very shortly. Who do we
Is
have
this
here?
the highest you can get?
Hi, Jack. Hold on. I tell you what, why don't you talk to me while I'm trying to do things? Um, I can't read these, I'm afraid. Ellen's supposed to be with us, but she's running a bit late. There's a
So where
surprise.
should I sit? When you put that thingy there.
Well, you could move it, couldn't you, my lovely? Right, here we go. Now, Ellen is going to do the reading today because I struggle to see, as you chaps know. So we're up to 7. Wow. Wow. That's quite high, isn't it? Now, while she sets her phone up, I will try and tell you what I'm going to do because I don't know how long she's going to be. I'm going to try and get my reading glasses because this is, as always, a shambles.
Careful.
Talk, please, lovely.
I don't think if this is the first comment from Jack Star. He said, sadly in a meeting, guys. So we will watch back later. Remember, share the love. Going to miss the game.
Oh dear. Well, that's not a great start, is it?
And then
I don't know what's above and what's not.
that's it. You're there.
Okay. Well, no, it's not. No, it's not because these are the ones. How can that be it when there's all these comments?
The ones on top are the first comments.
Okay, but you just read out one, sweetie.
Okay. Been there, done that from Glenn. Hi, Jack. Enjoy your meeting.
Okay, what we'll do, if you just give us 1 second, I'm very sorry about this. We'll use my laptop because it's not going to work without them reading it out. I don't know. We might have to scrap this one because this is the most amateur thing we've done so far. I do apologise for this. I thought we'd be more organised. Right, here we go. Right, so I can see what's going on now. So, Glenn, enjoy your meeting. Yeah, it's a shame Jack can't be with us, but he's a busy man, a high flyer, expanding his empire. And I wanted to find out how his daughter was doing. But we will have to do it. We will have to find out on the old Facebook community. Is anyone out there who has not joined the Speaking of Asia Facebook community or Facebook group? There must be, because we've only got 15 members and there are 15 people on there. So chances are you haven't. If you haven't, please do. Plastered Finger. Hi all. Hi, Plastered Finger. Hope the meeting goes well, Jackstar. Glenn, hi there. Hi, Glenn. The Plastered Finger. Did they get back from Thailand? Are they there? Oh, there they are. I'm not going to be able to read. I thought Ellen was going to do it.
Jamie Cash. Hi, mate. All the places you could take your missus to in Thailand, and you went to Jomtien. LOL.
Yeah, she wanted to go there. What's wrong with Jomtien? We didn't stay on Walking Street, but I know where you're coming from. I got a few comments like that. Why are you bringing sand to the beach and etc. etc. Let's get this a bit low. So you said, is that the highest it can go? You can't even see it if it went any low, if it went any higher. So what's next?
From Glenn. Yes, they did. Adam Fente. Hey guys, I'm on time for once. Catching a tuk-tuk back home. We'll log on in 10 minutes, I guess.
Okay, big man. Look forward to joining us and joining us, Adam. Oh, I said Andy then. Glenn, hi, Adam. Only 7 views, Glenn. Only 7 views? What are you talking about? We've got more than 7 views. We've
Earlier.
Earlier. Okay. Glenn, please add the thumbs up. LOL. There you go. You see, that's very professional of you, Glenn. You're filling in for Jackstar. I like the way you have done that so effortlessly. You just kind of like, you've just swapped over seamlessly. JJ975. Hi from Grantham, UK. Hey, hello, mate. How you doing? If you're not going to read these.
There are no other
No, but the
comments.
point is, I'm just saying, I need to get my reading glasses because it's not working. We're either doing it that way or I can't read these properly. I will need my reading glasses if you could
Where
get
did
them.
you put it?
I don't know. They'll be over there somewhere.
Which one? The big one?
They're probably on the table. Plastered finger. Did you have any hassle getting back into the fields? No, it was effortless. Effortless? Yeah, it was effortless. Yeah, no, it was easy getting back in. They didn't really ask any questions at all. Tell you what was difficult. What was difficult, actually, now I say that. They stopped me at the airport and they asked for my follow-on ticket to prove that I was leaving the Philippines within the 30 days. And I'll tell you something now. I almost didn't have one. Said to Ellen, because I've got no intention of leaving in 30 days. I'm going to extend my visa. But that's better. I'm going to extend my visa. But I thought, in all the time I lived in Thailand, you've got to have a visa, a ticket to go in and out of Thailand. So they say. 7.5 years, I was never asked for it once. And there were many times I didn't have a return ticket when I went in there. And it was never an issue. I tell you what, I got asked once by Air India in Heathrow. And I said, I haven't got one. And they said, well, you can't go in the country. I said, why not? So I said, I'm getting a coach. And she said, well, where's your ticket? I said, you pick it up from the coach station. And she was fine with that. But this guy, this Thai guy at, how do you say the airport? Suvarnabhumi Airport.
Suvarnabhumi.
It's not Suvarnabhumi, it's Suvarnabhumi. Anyway, he asked me for it, and I had decided literally the night before to get a follow-on ticket. So I had one with Singapore Airlines leaving on the 28th. Thank God for that. But lo and behold, when we got to the Philippines, they didn't ask. They didn't ask anything. Jim Pendergast, hi, all Simon. Are you settled back in Dumaguete after the bright lights of Bangkok? I am. Are you, Ellen?
Yeah.
She doesn't seem too convinced, does she? Yeah. Well, what are your feelings on being back, my lovely? I'm not talking to you, Jim. I'm talking to her.
I'm happy.
What? Happy to be back?
Yeah.
You don't.
I mean, like 60-40, 60% happy.
Well, it's funny she says 60% happy because she left 30 or 40% of us herself behind in a noodle store in Bangkok. And God knows what that part of her is doing now, but she's convinced she left part of her in Bangkok. And
yeah.
show the good people. And this 60% I brought back with me is a raging alcoholic.
But that's not true.
I don't know what's happened to her. She has become obsessed with vodka Red Bull. But no, in answer to your question, I'm very happy to be back. I was happy to be back. I went through mixed emotions. On the first couple of days out, I thought, I don't want to be here. I don't know what it was. It just felt different, and I didn't particularly enjoy it. But then, when I got into the flow of things, I'm thinking, my God, I don't want to go back. And I was counting the nights. But the morning we actually were leaving, something triggered in my head. And I was just glad to be back. I'm so happy we're back. I know that sounds strange, but I think I like the Philippines more than when I left. I mean, she's still all right. But I don't. It's hard to explain. I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days, but I have no desire to ever go back to Thailand to live again. Nice for a holiday, but I spent the entire trip thinking, I'm glad I'm not here anymore. Even though we had a good time, and that's hard to explain. But did you feel
like living there?
No, were you sad when we came back? Or
no, not at all.
Not at all.
I'm looking forward to go back to work.
She was looking forward to go back to work?
I don't.
How many of those have you been drunk? Good Lord. Glenn, hi, Jim. Jim, hi, Glenn. Glenn, no throwaway ticket. Yeah, I had a throwaway ticket. Singapore Airlines. But everyone bought throwaway tickets. There always seem to be Singapore Airlines for some reason. Jim Pendergast, how do you get the bloody crowns? As Jack Star said the other week, I think he'd Googled it. It's the number of comments you make, and it's the number of super chats or whatever you do. That's why Jack Star's always on a number one. And I've noticed in these things, because Glenn talks a little bit more than you in the chat, Jim. He gets, because he starts off a 3 and he's up at like a 2 or 1 by the end of it. But if you want to be a number one, Jim, and you want to get a crown, £1,000 should do it. Just whack it in the super chat, and I'm sure you'll be number one for the rest of the channel's life. Newbie in the Philippines. Hello, host. Hello, newbie in the Philippines. Welcome to the group, the chat, the community, the Speaking of Asia family. You've got to be more specific than newbie in the Philippines. You must have a name, my friend. Neil Michaels, a guapo pie. Hey, I like that, guapo pie. I might get that put in a t-shirt. Ellen looks like she's been told she's going to have to eat half a dozen jelly deals. So they stopped you at the Boom Boom airport. One day I will get you to eat jelly deals.
I don't like the sound of it.
Well, you won't like the taste of it, either. Bloody horrible. Jerry Stanley, hey mate, made through another family gathering, met nice Aussie bloke, drank some Red Horse, eat some baboy sang a little. What's baboy sang?
Pig.
What?
Pig, pork.
All right. Why is it called baboy?
Beside term.
Okay. Well, sounds like fun, mate. Was the Aussie? He was a good chap, was he, the Aussie? Most Aussies are. I like Australians. I mean, not all of them. I'm sure you get, I mean, there must be a few wankers, but most of the ones I met have been all right. Generally good eggs in my book. Can we move this a little bit further, sweetie? Then I won't have to lean down.
How about that?
Newbie in the Philippines. Hey, Sparky, where you live now? Hey, Sparky.
Who's that?
Are you talking to me? My name's not Mark. Well, I live in Dumaguete, if you're talking to me. I'm assuming you are, unless there's another Sparky in the chat. I live, well, just outside Dumaguete in Bekong, on the glorious island of Negros, where everything is fantastic. The infrastructure, the women are amazing. You know, they say the Philippines are a third world country, but we're light years ahead. I mean, we are literally a country that an island of the 25th century in Negros. Scott Keane, hey Simon, hope you're well from New Zealand. I am very well, thank you, mate. Very well. Glad to be back. Scott Keane, would you like arm wrestling, Simon? Okay. We'll have to do virtual arm wrestling, mate. You're in New Zealand. I don't know how I'm going to reach through to the... I was the arm wrestling champion of my village. You're putting a little face there. Bang Pak Poo in Thailand. I might have talked about this before on the channel, but Thais aren't very strong. And when they get drunk, they like to arm wrestle. And when I lived in England, I never won an arm wrestle in my life. I am terrible at arm wrestling. You put me up against any Westerner, 9 times out of 10 I will lose. But when I got over there, the first couple of nights I got drinking with people in the village, like, come and have a drink, arm wrestle. And they're useless. You literally slam them down.
Because they're drunk.
And I thought, like, she hates the idea of me being strong or anything like that. You can't imagine it. And it was just incredible. And I thought they're setting me up here. They're like sharks. It's going to be a gamble. But after 3 or 4 years, you realise they're just wank. There was one guy who could beat me from one of the other villages. I could never beat him. And I'm no good. I don't know. I don't know if it's because my arms were longer than theirs or whatever. Because some of them were quite well built, but they were absolutely awful at arm wrestling. I tell you go down the sideways, put me up against any 60, 70, 80-year-old expat there, they'll beat me. You put me in Thailand against, like, you know, bodybuilder, I think I'd stand my own. It's a strange country in that sense, because they're good at their Muay Thai, but they don't seem to have any arm strength. And it's weird. Maybe it's because I've done so much of that in my life. I've got stronger wrists. Yuck, she says. Glenn, divide up, Jim. LOL. There we go. Oh, Glenn Divvy. There you go. Yeah, yeah. All put 1,000 in together, and you'll all be number ones in my mind. Newbie in the Philippines. Duma. LOL figures. There we go. Newbie in the Philippines. Sparky, did you both go to Thailand? I don't know why you keep calling me Sparky. And yes, we did go to Thailand. Ant, my mate heard you say Thailand. Fuck it. I'm on holidays. Oh, no, did he? Which time? I said it so many times. I think I said it every night. I then disappeared for a couple of hours. And Ellen was like, where are you? You keep getting lost. Fuck it. I'm on holiday. Glenn, I won arm wrestling in Germany. 3-0. LOL. I can tell you, I'm awful. There's a true story as well. I don't understand those why they couldn't arm it. Maybe that was just impetuous in that village, but And they are all small people there, but there were in a couple of big lads. My girlfriend at the time, she had 2 big brothers, and they were big and they were strong. I never arm wrestled the older brother, Dun, because he was built. But I beat his brother Bet, and Bet must have been about 2 inches tall, 3 inches taller than me, about 12 stone heavier. It was a very strange scenario. The plastered finger, LOL. Now, I don't know what he's laughing at. Is he laughing at me or is he laughing at the Glenn's? I haven't got the 3-0 joke. Now I start to get paranoid. Did I miss something? Glenn, Jim, did Ellen manage the lock when you got back home?
What's the lock?
Well, you couldn't lock the door, could you, to the hotel? Or unlock the door. Remember you trying to lock the door when you're going out. Locks are not Ellen's strong point. But they don't seem to be Filipino strong points. Each house, we've gone to see a few houses here. You know, when we were looking at the houses. And the first house, the Filipino couldn't get in with the key. I said, look, give me a go. We got in. When we went to see Alex's place, they couldn't get in either. But I think in that case, they got the wrong key. But yeah, Filipinos don't seem too good with keys on the whole. Newbie in the Philippines. Sparky, did you go to Lumpini Park? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure where Lumpini Park is it? I know it's in Jomtien. I know there's a what?
It's in Bangkok.
Okay, well there are Lumpini apartments. Well, there are Lumpini apartments in Jomtien. There's a couple of blocks called Lumpini. No, we didn't. Okay, Billy, have you been to Bacolod? Lots of people say it's a good city. I don't know who says that, because I had a ridiculous comment in one of my videos a while back, which said, why don't you move to Bacolod? It's much better than Dumaguete. To which I said, well, who says it's better than Dumaguete? To which he said, Gio. Apparently Gio. I don't know Gio. I've never met Gio. I watched his channel a few times. I know nothing about him, apart from he split up with some bird or something. I didn't know he was in Bacolod. But I have several friends here who have either lived in Bacolod or have visited it, and they all hated it. I've never been. I always fancied the idea of moving there. Don't ask me why. When I first looked at a map in the Philippines, something in my heart said Bacolod's the place for me. Before I'd been to Dumaguete or anywhere else. And I said, try to talk Ellen a few times. Let's go up. I said, let's take the scooter. But she does not like the idea of getting sunburnt, or you know what they're like, Filipinos on the back of bikes. So we've never gone. But I have lost count of the number of people I've met here who have literally hated it in Bacolod. And I know several friends who've gone there for a few days at a time, and they've all come back and said never again. So I don't know who is saying it's a great place, why people think it's better. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I have yet to meet anyone who has spent an extended period of time there or visited it and liked it. You know? But there are lots of people who say Dumaguete's crap and Cebu's great. You know, it's a pity. Horses for courses. I'd just be intrigued to know why you think it's better than why it's a good place. Ant, are the cockroaches better in Thailand or the Philippines? Now, on the subject of cockroaches, I don't think we saw one, did we?
He's saying fried cockroaches. Maybe that's the movie.
Where did you say that?
Fried.
Okay, I didn't say. Anyway, on the subject of cockroaches, it's a good point you make there, because when I lived in Pattaya, there were a lot of cockroaches. So all the time, I used to hate it coming out the drains. It's like that in Dumaguete. Not so much in Bacong, thank God. But I don't think I saw a single one. We didn't see any in Bangkok, didn't see any in Dumaguete or Jomtien. So what has happened to them, God only knows. We saw a few of the fried, but they don't eat cockroaches in Thailand. There's a lot of beetles that look like cockroaches, but they're not cockroaches. Cockroaches are supposed to be poisonous. Anyway, they don't eat them, but there are a couple of beetles you'll see on the stands that look very much like them. But I've been reliably informed by Thais in the past that they're not cockroaches. Glenn, it should have been 4-0. What should have been 4-0? Oh, the arm wrestling. There we go. I still don't get it. Are we talking about football? What?
Why do you say 4-0 instead of 0?
Because I don't say nil. I say nil. N-I-L. Because it's another way of saying 0.
Really?
She's asked me that many times. I've said that on quiz nights.
That's not true.
It is true. You have asked me many times.
If I asked you, I wouldn't ask you again.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. So you have a fantastic memory. You never forget. What is she talking about? We have the same conversations.
I just can't remember. I asked you that.
I never say zero. Americans say zero. Every time it's nil, I say nil. I've said it millions of times. And millions of, well, not millions. I told you a million times, but I've often said it to you. It means zero. Sparky, Bangkok is the best. Did you go there? I tell you what, mate. Why don't you look at my channel? I've done a number of videos on it. We went to Koh San. Stayed in the Koh San area. We had 3 nights in Koh San, and then we had 5 nights in Pattaya. Glenn, we'll explain the 4-0 later. LOL. Okay, Billy. I'm still deciding to either settle in Cebu or Davao. What do you think is better? Well, you don't want my advice because I haven't really been anywhere. I don't like Cebu. If you're talking about Cebu City, I don't like it. So I wouldn't suggest you go there. But I have never been to Davao. And I've heard mixed reports on Davao. Some people say it's a fantastic place, that there's no crime and it's this and it's that. Although someone told me the other day they lived there, it's incredibly dangerous. It's much more dangerous than Dumaguete. Don't know why they said that. That's what they said. But other people have said, don't go there. The police are so strict. Bars have to close at certain times and, you know, it's just really strict. So I don't know, mate. My advice to you, Billy, try both, mate. Try both. You know, just got to try both. Spend some time in each. Or maybe you have. Okay. Adam Fente, back home now. The last vlog you guys did was really fun to watch. A beautiful memory to document. I enjoyed making, I put a lot of effort into that. I don't know if I'm going to make any more vlogs, to be honest with you. No one watches the bloody things. I will do a couple more, but to be honest, I'm just doing it for you chaps. Because it's a lot of work, and I just do not get the views. I mean, that one's got like something like 350, 400 views. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. There'll either be 1 or 2 more, because I'm kind of stuck in a dilemma. It's like when I've done them in the past, I've just given up and made them too long. So I don't know. I'll either do a 40-minute one and just get it all done and out of the way and then concentrate on normal channel stuff, or I'll do 2 more. But I'm going to have to do them in a couple of weeks. I can't do them yet because it affects the algorithm. If you get low views, your channel just starts going down. And I've got to do a couple of, you know, get the views up before I do them again. Otherwise, I'll take a long time to recover. But they'll come probably in the next couple of weeks. We're going to have to resort to some cost of living videos just to get the views back up again. And I know everybody loves those. Jim Pendergast, is Ellen on the whiskey? No, what is Ellen on? Ellen's on nothing. Oh, she's got it just here. Explain yourself, Ellen. Explain yourself to Jim.
This is a vodka and Red Bull. Vodka, Red Bull. Or Red Bull vodka.
It makes no difference. You can call it whatever you like. Morty, explain to Jim. Explain to Jim more.
What should I explain?
Explain that on our trip you became a raging alcoholic.
It's not true.
Well, you're close to it, aren't you now, my lovely? How much had you had to drink in one night before you went to Thailand? What was your record?
1 bottle of San Miguel apple or lemon.
And when she says apple, she means a small one. And how many times in your life did you ever finish a San Miguel apple?
Like about 2 hours.
No, how many times did you finish it? Because you never
How
use
many
it.
times?
She
A
didn't.
bottle.
Yeah. She'll order a bottle, it'll last the whole night, and then when we go, she'll say, finish this for me, please. And there'll be half left. But my God, when we got over there.
Lucas, this is different.
I do
the
not
Red
know.
Bull is sweet.
3 buckets of vodka Red Horse on the Koh San Road on the 3rd night. Copious amounts of narcotics on the 2nd night.
Wait.
She still thinks she's left half of her body in half of her body at a noodle shop. All I had for like the next day was like, I think part of me, did we come back? Where are we? Are we in the bedroom? Are we downstairs? I feel like half of me is here, half of me is there.
It's like I'm in a dream. It's like I'm in a present. And also part of me is like I'm in a dream.
We're all adults. We can talk about it now. I thought that I thought that the old weed had been banned and you couldn't get it over there. But it hasn't at all. It's not appeared in the Bangkok Post. It's still raging everywhere. And Ellen's not a smoker. So we thought, why don't we get a couple of cookies or some brownies or something like that? I had no idea when I bought them that it was a gram in each cookie. And she'd never had a cookie before. I'd never had a cookie before. And we took those And that was the end of our night. Quite basically, after 40 minutes of thinking nothing was going to happen, that suddenly it did. And I'm not going to put that footage up because it was a mess. But yeah, bless her. I've never seen her like that. But for that point onwards, my God, she likes to drink. It must have done something. I think the part of her body which she left at the noodle shop must have been the teetotal side. The raging alcoholic has come back with us because there has not been a day since we got back she's not been on it. And like tonight, I said, I want you to help me with the live stream, please, my love.
Tonight.
The first thing she said was, well, go and get me some Red Bull then if I'm doing it. So I went and got some Red Bull. Right, anyway, I've gone off. Okay, Billy, what's your favourite city in Thailand? Well, it's a difficult one. Depends what you're talking about. I mean, when you say favourite to go to, I suppose Bangkok, because you've got the Koh San Road. I wouldn't want to live in Bangkok, though. I mean, I like living just outside Phetchabun. I quite like Pitsanulo. I mean, it's a different thing, isn't it? I mean, you're asking me what's my favourite city to go for. I wouldn't go to any of those other places. I mean, I like Pattaya to a certain extent, but not to live in. So for a holiday, it would be Bangkok. To live in would probably be Pitsanulo or Phetchabun City, only because I know them. If I ever go back to Thailand, I'll try Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai. Jim, vodka and Red Bull. He's not a barman, Glenn. Order your drinks virtually. Scott Gein, do you find Thailand better than Philippines? No, not at all.
In terms of?
Why are you looking at me like that? If I found Thailand better than the Philippines, I wouldn't be back in the Philippines now, would I? No, I'm done with Thailand. I'll tell you, it's a strange thing. I used to love Thailand. I still have an affection for it. I'd still like to go back there on holiday again, although we're probably going to go to Vietnam. That is the next one. We're planning a trip to Ho Chi Minh City. But yeah, I've gone off Thailand. It's lost its magic to me, I think. I don't know why. Can't put my finger in it. But I found myself each night we were in Pattaya, I was enjoying it because we were out, we were drinking, we were having fun. I was enjoying the Koh San Road because we were out doing things that you can't do in Dumaguete. But I kept thinking to myself, how the hell did I live here? I would not want to live here again. You know, how did I last as long as I did? Which is strange because it surprises me. I didn't think I'd feel that way, but there you go. Newbie in the Philippines. Sparky, did anyone tell you resemble Pee Wee Herman? Sparky, Newbie, did anyone tell you you're a wanker? I mean, I've been putting up with your bollocks. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. Oh my God, I forgot them. I'm supposed to message. Oh no, I meant to message Christian. I will mention him later on. There's a guy who offered to be a mediator. Was it a moderator? I'm going to have to message him later on. And yeah, damn, that's rude. Because he sent me a message in the Facebook group the other day. We've been so busy since we got back trying to do stuff. But yeah, I must message him and ask him to, because he offered to moderate, which was very kind of him. So we'll have to do that. Glenn, Ellen's house is on fire.
House?
Your house is on fire.
What house?
Well, I'm assuming your house back in the thingy. Maybe Glenn's like some psychopath. He's tracked you up to the village and burnt your house down.
I think
I don't know when.
he's still referring to the we took.
Manila, how is the weather there, Simon? Take care. The weather's not bad, mate. Weather's not bad. It's been nice since we got back. There was a typhoon before we left. I've forgotten about that. It seems like years ago, isn't it? But there was a. No, it feels like it, but yeah, because it was touch and go at one stage. We were starting to worry about whether we would our plane would take off because we were leaving on the Monday, and the Friday and the Saturday, the weather was awful. It was like really, we thought they were going to close the airports and things, but it eased up on Sunday. Went to a fantastic party on Sunday night, and everything was good as gold. But yeah, we had no rain since we got back, have we? No, we did. She's lying. We did have rain the other day, didn't we? Because the power went off about 15 minutes.
It was just like how many minutes?
Yeah, we still had rain. But anyway, because you left the windows open. Plaster Finger. Did you get to see Insect Man and did you eat them? Are you talking about Insect Man on the Coast End Road? No, I won't eat them. May Trot, May Alloy, May. There were a few insect people there. I mean, there always is. There's always 3 or 4. I mean, there's a guy going around with scorpions, you know, popping them in people's faces. But there was a few stands. But no, I've never eaten them. Never will. You know, holds no appeal to me whatsoever. And I don't think it appeals to Ellen either. Scott Geen, don't panic, but there is a snake behind you. Ha ha. Okay. I'm sorry what was going on now. Your house on fire, there's a snake behind us. It's have you put something in my drink? I know. Okay, Billy, do you like Jollibee? Which is your favourite, the spaghetti or chicken? I will not eat the spaghetti in Jollibee. It has given me food poisoning before. And I would advise no one to eat the spaghetti in Jollibee, to be honest with you, because damn dangerous. The reason I say that is it's not very nice either. I mean, it's okay, but I don't like, you know, crap spaghetti, things like that. But when I first started the channel, when I spoke about Jollibee or mentioned it, people said, don't eat the spaghetti. You'll get food poisoning from the spaghetti. And we went, I don't know, about 6, 7, 8 months, well, a long time ago now, we went there and I ordered the spaghetti because I tried some of Ellen's before. And I said to you, did I not? I said, I don't know why I've ordered this. I've been warned against eating Jollibee spaghetti because you can get food poisoning. That's true or not? I said that. And then within 15 hours, my God, I was sick as a dog for days. I will not touch that stuff again. The hygiene is not good in the Philippines, guys. You want the fried chicken because it's been in a frying pan. If it had germs or anything on it, they've all been killed in the fryer. Things like that spaghetti, it must sit there lukewarm in a bowl, you know, gathering bacteria, and they whack it in the mic. What the hell has happened here? They mack it in the microwave. It's what's happened? Why has that happened? One of my snooze bags has just burst for some reason. That's never happened before. So yeah, in answer to your question, the chicken, but not really a big Jollibee fan. I'd rather have Crispy King over Jollibee, but that's a lie. I do like the spicy Jollibee, but yeah, never eat spaghetti again unless someone puts a gun to my head or pays me a lot of money to do so. Mike Thompson, hello. Not long joined this stream. Do you have any hassle when coming back to the Philippines? No. The only bit of hassle I had, and it wasn't really hassle because I'd got a throwaway ticket, was I was asked at Bangkok airport for details of my flight to leave the Philippines. When I came in the Philippines the first time, they never asked me. And when we went through the Philippines itself, it was ridiculously easy. You know, they just went in, stamped passport. It didn't ask to look at me. Did they ask to look at your electronic? No, didn't even ask to look at our just a passport. I don't know if they've got it on the screen that you have done. What's it called? E-travel.
I don't think they look at it because
But
it's
no.
very, very quick.
Well, no, they do look at it sometimes. When I first arrived in the Philippines, they asked in my e-travel, I had to show it to them. But did we have the same woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, the woman I went through was great. She just smiled, took the passport, stamped it, and just waved us in. There was nothing.
Do you sell odd fellow lollies in the Philippines?
Scott Dean, do you sell odd fellow lollies in the Philippines? Now, this may come as a bit of a shock to you. No.
What is
Anyway, got no idea. Glenn, sounds like someone else needs to go to a meeting, LOL. Talking about you. An Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Anders Stridefeld, Tommy Robinson released. Relast?
Release.
Well, that's not how you spell released. I think you mean released. It's not your first language. We'll let that one go, and it's easy to make a typo. There you go. Not a fan of his, mate. Not a fan of his at all. In fact, the total opposite. So if he has been released, I didn't even know he was inside, but I'm not happy that he's out. There you go. Adam Fente, happy to hear Ellen at least tried some herb. After all, variety is the spice of life. Did you guys end up doing any shopping, medical work, or massages? We didn't do any medical work. We did do quite a bit of shopping, mainly for Ellen wanting to buy. You're not saying much, my sweet. Come on now, join in the conversation. Get answers, Adam. Answers. Give Adam some answers. Otherwise,
Yes, we did.
See, I have power over her now. I can just say, I'll take away your
Yeah,
booze.
we did some shopping, only in the markets. They're very cheap though.
The camera's there, not there.
Yeah, I know.
So another red horse, another Red Bull, which will start dancing around and doing strange things. But that's why I keep it stocked up now. It's a lot more fun when Ellen's drunk. Yeah, she bought lots of crap for presents.
It's not lots of crap. It's for the presents for my family. It's not crap.
Okay, so elephant fig magnets and bloody nonsense
they
like
love
that.
it, Simon.
Well, good for them. You did that. And massages, we only had 2. We had a fantastic foot massage in Cybercow. And then on the last day, I knew it was going to be bad. And I love you dearly, my heart. But she always insists on picking places, whether it's restaurants, and it's always awful. And I said to her, well, I'll take you for a Thai massage. And she didn't want to go to the place I wanted to go. And she went to this place, and I knew straight away. I said, "Why this place?" And we got there.
It looks nice.
And yeah, but that's just, you don't want what you want is an old Thai woman who's been doing it her whole life.
They're old too.
Yeah, but they weren't even Thai; they were Cambodians. And we had Thai massage, and it was bloody awful. But there you go. So yeah, we had 2. We only had 2 massages. Should have done more. I should have done more filming with a 360 camera. But you love the foot massage, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Always.
What do you mean always?
You have foot massage here.
Yes, but you love that foot massage. What I'm saying is that foot massage is a lot better.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's 1 hour.
Yeah, the foot.
Massage.
We go up
I
sometime.
liked very much.
Sometimes we go up to Valencia. I promise Ellen we'll go this weekend because they do massages up there next. Because it's a strange thing with massages in the Philippines. There are some places you can go to, but they look a bit dodgy. I'm sure they're not, but they give the example that they might be in Dumaguete, and you've got to go through these doors and they're 24 hours. You know, they don't give the right vibes. What a lot of people seem to do is get massages in the shopping centres, like Robinson's. And I don't want a massage where you're sitting there and everyone's walking around. You know, so the place we have found that I like to go is up in Valencia, which is like a local place. They give you a massage in the park, which is not ideal. What I would like is places like they have in Thailand, just a little shop, which you know is not a knocking shop, where you don't really walking into. There's not, anyway, they don't really have them. So we got to this one in Valencia, which is to say they're not bad, but it's a bit strange having a massage in a park. But to me, it's better than having it in a shopping centre. And they're not bad, but they were nowhere near as good as a foot massage in it's like anything in Thailand. You know, in Thailand, to be a masseur, you have to get certificates. You know, to be a hairdresser, you have to be qualified. Here, I don't know, it's strange. If you want to work in a supermarket, you've got to have 2 degrees. If you want to be a hairdresser or a masseur, you don't have any training at all. You just turn up and start cutting hair on day one. It's a strange country like that. But there we go. Just calm down a bit, sweetie. You're talking too much. Let me say something. I'm looking down there thinking, why is she not laughing? You're laughing up there. There's a delay on this one. Thinking,
Was from Aunt. Was Ellen compliant
no, hold on. You've got well ahead here. I've gone well ahead.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh, right. Scott Keane. So sad Ozzy Osbourne, true legend, sad rest in peace. Yes, that's true. Okay, Billy, do you like Red Horse beer? Who's that question? Well, you answer first. Do you like Red Horse beer?
No, I don't. It's so strong.
Ellen doesn't like it. I like it, but I very rarely drink it. If it was just down to taste, I would always choose Red Horse. But, you know, if I'm going out with friends and that, or I'm doing stuff, you know, Red Horse is too strong, you know, to drive the bike and that afterwards. So I very rarely drink it, but I prefer the taste, so it's just too damn strong. If I'm going local, I'm in a restaurant or it's in the house, then I would rather drink Red Horse and stuff. Very rare. I don't really drink alcohol in the house, says the man drinking a White Russian. But I bought a bottle of vodka for these White Russian interviews, you know, for when we're doing the streams. And we still haven't finished it. And that was, what, about 6-7 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Must have been. So that's how much we
Over a
drink.
month.
Over a month in that bottle. And she's on it now, and we still haven't finished it. We're not really drinkers in the house. But if I was a beer drinker, on the rare occasions I do drink beer in the house, I get Red Horse from the local Sari Sari. Bin the bar. Barman gag, haha. I thought, God, I'm well behind you. I thought you were talking Filipino there for a second. I saw the barman gaga. Yeah. Jerry Stanley, oh yeah, nice guy, Philly wife, newborn baby, late 50s, still working, says they may retire here one day. Are you talking about the Australian guy? Wow, great. We are well behind him. We've got to speed up. We're about 4 years behind. But I'm glad he was a nice guy. Glenn, explanation, liar, liar, house on fire. Ah! I can't remember what W for, with reference to Ellen not drinking, etc. Yeah, you go. Liar, liar, pants on. There you go. House on fire. It should be liar, liar, pants on fire. You just said Ellen's pants are on fire. Then I got it. Okay, Billy. Is it easy extending your tourist visa as?
So you extend every 2 months. Do you use the express service and do you use an agent?
No, I don't use the express service and I don't use an agent. We're quite lucky in Dumagetti in the situation. I have used an agent. I used an agent to get my exit clearance certificate. And when I was in Sikio, I used an agent. But here, when I say we're lucky, is you don't have to do express here. You go in the week before you can do it. But people have said in the comments, some people like Bowhole in some of the areas, they'll only let you do express, the immigration, because apparently they don't have a safe to keep. Obviously, it's bullshit. They just want to charge you for the express service. But we don't have any of that shenanigans, thankfully, in Dumagetti. They're nice people, immigration here. So in answer to your question, yeah, when I can extend for 2, because I'm stuck now, I'm in a situation, when you come in for the first month, I can only extend for 1 month. And then I can go back onto the 2s. And it's a rip-off doing a 1 month. The reason they make you 1 month is because they charge 1,500 for 1 month, but they charge 2,000 for 2 months. So it's just a way to get more cash out of you. But, you know, I wouldn't use a visa agent in Dumagetti because there's no need. But depending where you live. So like when I lived in Sikio, I had to use a visa agent. And they were great then because obviously the visa immigration office in Dumagetti, if I didn't use a visa agent, I'd have had to get the ferry back, wait in the morning, pay for the express, come back, get the ferry over, stay overnight. But I just left my passport with JRC, one of the agencies here, and they would just stamp it, ACR card and things, and once every 2 weeks they came to Sikio and they dropped the stuff off for you. You know, you picked that from a local cafe, which was opposite where I lived, an Appley cafe. So they were brilliant then. But since I'm in Dumagetti now, it would be pointless because the visa agent is there. They're next door to the immigration. So you go into the visa office, you sit there, give them the information, and they fill the paper in, and you pay them 2,000 extra, or you go next door and you fill the paper in yourself, and it takes exactly the same amount of time, and it's 2,000 less. And I prefer doing it that way because then you know if there's any problems. You know, when you give it to the visa agent, you always think, well, this is going to be a problem. I won't know till I pick it up. But you speak to the immigration people yourself, you know if it's been approved or not then and there. But it is easy in answer to your question. And was Ellen compliant on joining the Mile High Club?
What's the Mile High Club?
She insisted to do it, but I wasn't man enough. I couldn't, not with that many people around. She wanted to, but I said no, I couldn't do it.
Is that a naughty?
People who have sex in the toilets on an aeroplane are part of the Mile High Club.
Well, an airplane.
In the toilets, yeah. It's supposed to be what people try and do, isn't it? You say you're part of the Mile High Club because you had sex a mile high in the air. Have you never heard of that? Oh, there you go. It's amazing how many people I've met who are supposedly members of the Mile High Club. Don't believe a word of it. There's always a queue for those toilets. But there you go. Maybe that's why there's always a queue. Okay, Billy, you make a nice couple. Happy for you both. Oh, we do on camera, mate. You know, we do. We managed to keep it together for the videos. But my God, we were at each other's throats afterwards. She is such hard work. She drives me mad to drink.
And you are very impatient. It's not like me all the time. All the time.
Lies, and damn lies. But thank you, Billy. Glenn, Ellen's shopping, Copcon crap.
What does that mean?
Instead of Copcon crap, Copcon crap, buying crap. Adam Foley, I see. Word of the day, Basilabong.
Yes, it is.
What's that mean?
The presents.
Oh, Basilabong. Okay. Okay, Billy. How do you commute in your city? Do you need a motorcycle? Yeah, need a motorcycle. Motorcycle or car. We're about 14 kilometres from Dumaguete City. So, yeah, you need some kind of... I mean, if you lived on the nautical highway, you can get buses and things and that, but no, I've not got a trike or a bus or anything like that for... What am I talking about? You've got a trike to the airport. But other than that, I've not got one for over a year, I don't think. I mean, Ellen, when she goes into town, if you're in the city itself, you can jump on the petty cabs. I mean, they're a quick way to get around. But no, I don't. I mean, she does when she goes shopping and things because Ellen can't ride a motorbike. But, yeah. But it's easy to get around here. Jim, Nora gets her massage done in our house. And do you do that, Jim? Are you qualified? Or does someone come around and do it? Like images of you now, your little massage table. Adam Fonte, Simon, I think you are a great example of an expat living in, for say something nasty then, an expat living in the fields and using it as a base in Asia. Vibrant social life, solid partner with plenty of variety in travels, exploration and self-discovery. Well, there you go, mate. And I think you're wonderful too. The 5 is in the post, mate. Thank you. That's a great description of me. Adam Fonte, I'm taking notes on my eventual retirement in 20, 30 years. Ha ha ha. There you go. This is everything about how old I am. It's, how are you enjoying Cambodia? Ellen's not keen on going. Because we're talking about it. We are going to have another one. I've got the holiday bug again now. But we won't go for a while. Because I'm like in the mood to go in like another couple of months. But she's got work and things. And
I don't have vacation leave.
Doesn't have vacation leave. I say
for this year, yeah.
Screw the job. Well, I thought you didn't have any to look after all. Anyway, the point is, I'm going to try and slow it down because it's a good idea not to go all the time. But from not wanting to go on holiday, I now want to go on holiday more. But I'm quite happy to go back to Thailand again, kind of. But another part of me says, let's go to Vietnam. But another part of me says, let's go to Cambodia. Let's go to Siem Reap. But she's not keen at all. She doesn't like the idea of Siem Reap for whatever reason. And it's bloody difficult to get there from here. When I was looking at flights, you're talking about 30 hours to get from Dumaguete to Siem Reap. I don't like that. We had a 4-hour wait in the airport, 4.5 hour wait in the airport coming back in Manila Airport, coming back from Thailand. And God, that was a long wait. I can't imagine, 10, 11, 12 hours in the airport. Good God. Mike Thompson. I've got to write. Do you think the Philippines will be like Thailand and legalise the green as it's available everywhere? Well, no, I don't think so. I can't see the Philippines doing it. I mean, Thailand, it's illegal again in Thailand. I mean, there's a ridiculous thing in Thailand that they pass laws, but until they're actually published in the Bangkok Post, it doesn't actually become law. So they banned it 2 months ago. You know, theoretically, it's illegal now. And I looked on Google, you couldn't get an answer. Because if you look on Google, they'll tell you it was banned in June. But I kept Googling, has it appeared in a Bangkok Post? And couldn't get an answer. And lo and behold, we got there, everything is still rocking. And there are shops everywhere. The whole place is full of it. But you've got to remember, they legalised it by accident. It was never intended to be legalised. You know, it was a flaw in the paperwork. It was supposed to be legalised for recreational use, but not for medicinal use. But they didn't word it right, and the government collapsed shortly afterwards. And ever since then, they've been talking about banning it, and you know, something ridiculous like 90% of Thais don't want it legal. But like anything in Thailand, you know, they've got the Prime Minister suspended at the moment. It's very hard for them to do things. So I don't know, but I can't see it happening in the Philippines. I really can't. Can you see them legalising it in the Philippines?
No.
No, can't really. It's a very conservative place, this, in theory, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In theory, it's not actually, but in theory it is. It pretends that it masquerades as a conservative place. Scott Keane, Simon, how long are you living in Philippines now? Approaching 2 years. I came here in
September.
September the 1st. So I said I'd stay for 2 years, so I'll be leaving in 3 months. I haven't told you that. I haven't told you that yet, have I?
I don't know.
She don't mind you. Bullshit. The plaster finger. I know what you about the massage parlours. We have a few here, and while they look dodgy, they are quite good, but not as good as Thai. Yeah, I had to go in there one day. You know, it's they're strange looking. They couldn't make them look more like a knocking shop if they tried, but I'm sure they're not. But yeah, Scott Geen, Simon, is Philippines full of Indian? No, it is not.
I see in the post in Facebook before. I can't remember which part of the Philippines, but there are so many Indians there. But in Dumaguete, I don't see any Indians.
There aren't that many Indians in the Philippines.
Have you seen one?
I did see one, but I shot him.
Yeah, I just remember.
What do you mean you just remember that? I never shot anyone. It's all about the video.
No.
Anyway, there aren't any. I did a video a while back which no one watched. I mean, some of the regular guys, what you guys watch it, I mean, it never got many views, but I actually did a little dive into the statistics. And there's only 5 million expats living in the Philippines out of a population of 116 million. And approaching 2 million of them are South Koreans. Then it's Chinese. Then it's Americans and Westerners. So I think there are less, I'm guessing now, but just I think there must be less than 800,000 Indians in the whole of the Philippines if you follow the things. Because I say, there was close to 2 million, I think, South Koreans, 1 million Chinese. Then it was Americans, and they weren't in the top 5, and there aren't many, you know, there's not many, compared to Thailand, there's a fraction. I mean, Dumaguete is one of the most highest expat percentages. I think they say it's 2.5% of the population of Dumaguete is foreign, like us, but you don't see many Chinese here, don't see many South Koreans, do you? I mean, I think there are, I've heard that Angeles has got a big South Korean community. There must be Chinese people somewhere, South Koreans, but they're not in Dumaguete. Dumaguete is mainly, what will we say, white European people. I mean, I'm including America. You know what I mean? Caucasian, should we say? You don't really see a few black guys around, but I can't remember ever seeing an Indian or an Asian-looking guy. And yeah, you might see the odd South Korean. But there's not many, and a lot of the ones you do, you've got to remember that we're kind of a bit of a hub. So if you go out to the restaurants along the boulevard, you'll see a few different nationalities there, but they're invariably only like staying one night because they're heading to Sikki or they're going to Cebu. You know, they're just here in transit. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. I've got a friend, Mansoor. He's not Indian. He's Pakistani, but that's it. That's it really.
But there are Indians, I think, in the universities.
Glenn, I lived in Denver, Colorado, so all couples there are Mile High Club members. Glenn, Denver is located 1 mile above sea level. Yeah, I get it. Scott Green, some are the biker gangs in the Philippines. Simon, are there are a lot of biker gangs in the Philippines now. I don't know where. Dumaguete has become, I think, an old people's retirement home for bikers. Because you see a lot of them. But I spoke about that in a recent video. Or a regular. I'm sure you're asking me, Scott, you're asking me questions that you've asked before. Well, I know you are. But anyway, there are, quite a few older guys here. I don't know if that's they've been kicked out of the Philippines, kicked out of Thailand or what, but you often see them. And they all seem to get on very well. I went down... a few months ago, I went down to a place called The Native, and there were some pagans at the bar, and they were talking to Hell's Angels. And there's a guy in town, George. He's got his Hell's Angel. He's got a Hell's Angel. He's got a bar, and I've been down there before, and I've been Mongols sitting in the bar drinking. So I think they seem to put their enemy, you know, their biker wars or whatever behind them when they come to the Philippines. And did you buy any Gucci genuine original copy handbags? No, I am as cheap as a Charlie comes. I didn't buy her anything. She bought me a few things. But no, we don't do that. We don't buy fakes. There was a hell of a lot there, though. A hell of a lot of opportunities too. I nearly bought a Gucci bag for my camera, and then it was my rucksack snapped, and I bought a new rucksack, but not a fake one. But I had this little bag that I used to carry my cameras around, and I was putting out where my rucksack went, and we were in this mall, and I was haggling for things for Ellen because she doesn't like haggling, and somehow in a conversation, because I said I want a bag, this woman threw in a Gucci, was it Gucci?
Yeah, I just
Threw in a Gucci man bag. And I said, how much for that? And I got the price down. And then Ellen said, what the hell are you doing? That's so obviously a fake. And I realised then, I thought, yeah, what am I doing? So I said, no, I don't want it. So no, we didn't. But a hell of a lot there. Adam Fonte, honestly, the mood of a lot of the Cambodians has been a little pessimistic and nationalistic since the border stuff with Thailand. It plays no bearing on me as a Farang, but it's an observation. Yeah, but they've had this ceasefire now, and that's a lot of bullshit that is what's going on over there. It's amazing how many people don't, I've been listening to so-called experts talking about what the problem is, and it's crap. It's about money. It's about the casinos. It's about a power play for the Thai government to get rid of the price. It's got nothing to do with the bloody temples and the. But there you go. That's what happens. People get drummed up. They're told to believe this. They get. It's nonsense. But we never got affected by that at all. The only thing that might have affected us is when we came through the airport on the way back. Either they had boosted the security at Suvarnabhumi Airport, or it was because of the conflict. But they were really searching bags there. They stopped me on both of mine, stopped Ellen's. They were like really strict on nice about it. But I said to Ellen, I've never seen it this type before. I wonder if this is because of what's going on in Cambodia. But we will never know. But it didn't affect us there. No flights were connected. No one spoke about it. It was not a topic of conversation. But I suppose it depends where you are. The Cambodians would be stupid. Well, they couldn't take on Thailand. They couldn't beat the Thais. They haven't got an air force. They haven't got anything. Adam Fenner, I'm pretty confident that I won't renew my visa in November. I'm watching Vietnam vlogs again, so I'm thinking to move back to Da Nang or take a chance on Malaysia. Well, there you go, mate. You can't. Well, we won't come and visit them. The only reason we were coming to Siem Reap was to see you, mate. But there you go.
We're just going to Vietnam anyway.
Yeah, that wasn't the only reason we were going there. But well, you got to do what you're happy, mate. To be honest with you, I'm not surprised you're getting a bit bored with Cambodia, because I often harbour thoughts of moving to Siem Reap, but I just think a bit too quiet, a bit too boring. I think I get bored of it. But then again, I'm living in a sleepy hollow in the middle of nowhere, and I'm happy here, so I don't know what There's a lot more action in Siem Reap than there is here, so I don't know. But yeah, you got to go where you want to go, mate. Malaysia has never appealed to me. I'm not Kuala Lumpur is a nice city, but I couldn't live in Malaysia. I would not want to live in Malaysia. I struggle living in a Muslim country for a number of reasons. Jim had his message retracted. I don't know what that means. Scott Gein, thank you, Jim. Wandering in New Zealand, a lot of bikies, gangs here, too many. Mike Thompson, lots of Arabs in Makati. Where is Makati? Makati is just outside.
It's in Luzon.
Yeah, but isn't it just outside Manila?
I don't know.
Makati is close to Manila, isn't it? Is there really? I did not know that. I think there's a few casinos in Makati, aren't there? The Philippines has more casinos than any country in Southeast Asia. Which blows my mind, because I've only ever seen one, and it was in Cebu. And no Asian-looking guys in the Philippines. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I mean, no Southeast. Well, no, that's a difficult one to say. You know what I mean, Glenn. Scott Gein, do you mean MC or rider clubs? I think he means MCs. Keka, so what's the verdict? Are you leaving for Thailand like every PH streamer this year? No, absolutely not. I don't want to go back to Thailand. As I've said many times before, I am happy in the Philippines. if for whatever reason things did not work out in the Philippines, and I've no reason to think they will, unless this lovely lady wakes up one day and realises she could do so much better than me, which we all know is not true. Then I'm staying here. I would go if I left here. It would be to Cambodia, not Cambodia. It'd be to Colombia or Vietnam. It would not be to Thailand. I've done my time in Thailand. I always thought I would end up there in about 10 or 20 years, finish off my days. Now I'm not so sure, but things can change. You never know. But no, no. Plus the thing, or gangs of kids on scooters trying to rob people. No, you don't get gangs of Anyway, I don't know what I've lost. Sorry, but I've lost the. Oh, you're saying? Are you talking about MCs and rider clubs? Right, Scott Gein, is Cambodia nice to visit, Simon? It is a nice place to visit. Well, it depends where you go. I'm no expert on Cambodia. I lived in Siem Reap for a bit. I've been to Kompot, but there's lots of places I haven't been to in Cambodia. But Cambodia's nice. The thing about Cambodia is when I was living there, because I've not been there for 7+ years. It was still evolving. You still had problems. The internet, there were brownouts. The internet wasn't particularly good. It was very basic and behind Thailand. But I have been led to believe from vlogs and things I've seen, it's caught up, it's to overtake, it's much better now, it's like the internet's good, the infrastructure's good and that. So it would be interesting to try it out. But as our good friend Adam is finding out, there's only so much to do in Siem Reap. And now I did not like the expats because you've got two groups of expats there. You've got like the ones who are, so you didn't really have the travelling nomads like Adam is. They were more like, do-gooders, which was nice. You get a lot of people over there volunteering and, there were chefs who were setting up chef schools to teach Cambodian skills and people teaching English, a lot of charity work. It's a very poor country, a lot of homeless people. So they were nice people, but they were younger than me and they were like kind of wrapped up in, doing their thing. Or the other extreme was you had a lot of raging alcoholics who were running low on money, so they'd left Thailand to move to Cambodia because the alcohol was so cheap there. So it was like kind of, you were either, there was no real group for me, if you know what I mean. So after a while, it got a bit boring, got a bit lonely. You either went out and sat like, with a load of pissheads, or you spent your day talking to energetic people who were doing good things and you felt bad about yourself because you were just being hedonistic and selfish and, doing nothing with your life. But there you go. And in fact, by chance, did you guys walk through any malls in Bangkok? Curious what Ellen's impression is of the malls, since the mall culture is big in the Philippines. She's miles away. Look at that. She's constantly looking at herself. She's making videos. She's constantly making videos or looking at things. What's the point of being in a live stream if you're not talking? Answer the question, damn it.
Impression of the malls in Bangkok.
I'm live. Hello. My God, there's still 3 people there. Who is there? I've got to apologise for what just happened. I don't have to, but I will apologise because it's rude not to. But it was the internet went down for some reason. Not quite sure, but I wasn't intending on coming back. But I felt like we had unfinished business, and up until a few minutes ago, there were some people watching. So if you're there, hello. If you're not, I don't know if the chat's going to continue now because it just says Trevor Harvey, hello from Tokyo. Then there's nothing else. Is anyone there? I've lost my chat.
Show yourself.
There we go. Aye, shepherd's pie. Let's do a second take. Is anyone there?
Watching you.
I've got 5 people, well, 4 people I think my end, but no one is talking to me. So maybe I'll end this. I don't know. I wasn't getting chat on my phone earlier on, was I? I wasn't getting chat. I was getting something else. 6 now. 6 people. But 6 people who aren't talking.
Give it a
now,
try, maybe.
There is not much point of a live stream if no one communicates with me. Is there much point in live streams full stop? That's the question.
Give it a couple of minutes, maybe the chats are not coming.
I'm sorry, was I talking when you were? It's there we go. 5, 6. See, no, there's something not right here. Because people are there. Since I've started talking, there's less people than there were in the beginning. So have I resumed or not? Can you see me on your phone, sweetie?
I can.
Can you chat something to me, please?
What should I say?
Oh, I don't know. Mary had Mary. Oh, I don't know. Just say something.
Is it coming up in your end?
Ellen Bio, yes, 3 monkeys. Yes, that's. I've been thinking the 3 monkeys might be what. If I can get some people to do like the beach bums again, we'll call it the 3 wise monkeys. Okay, now listen. This is no good. There are 6 people lurking in the background, and they're not saying anything to me. Why is this? I'll tell you what's strange. That has only come up on my laptop. It hasn't come up on my thingy for some reason. Nobody is there. 6 watching. 6 voyeurs. Well, come on, people. I've just poured another cocktail. I was going to go to bed, but the power came back on. I thought, no, I don't like letting people down. I always do a 2-hour live stream. I will come back, and I have got 5 unusual people who aren't saying anything. What should we talk about? I don't know. I'm not very good at talking. Well, not very good at talking full stop. But talking into an empty camera is a very strange experience. Mind you, this happened in Thailand, didn't it, my lovely? And then suddenly people appeared. But speak now or forever hold your peace. That Red Bull's gone, John. It's not me giggling off it. Yeah. Well, at least I tried. I tried to come back. I tried not to let the elements. I tried, God damn it. That's a good line in One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest. At least I tried, God damn it. What are you laughing? What are you laughing at, you drunken lady? Well, I've failed at most things in my life, and so failure to reignite this live stream will just be another entry in the big book of failures. Send something again. Send something again, my drunken little Filipino. Just to double check. 7 watching now. They're probably enjoying not saying anything. 8 watching now. My God. Somebody say something for the love of Mike.
Love, I'm showing your 6.
Well, there you go.
I don't know why you're showing 8.
Ambot Nemo. What does that mean, for God's sake?
Okay, it's definitely not working.
What's not working? I've got 10 silent people here, 10 silent Johns. Somebody say something for the love of Mike. What is wrong with you, woman?
It's just funny. Oh, there you are.
What?
Working now, bud.
There you go. Thank God for Mike Thompson. I've got a drunken Filipino in the corner here who's laughing away at everything. You know, I had 10 people watching and no one was saying anything. Welcome back, Mike. You're the only one, brother. Yeah, we had we didn't have a brownout. I don't know what happened. I do know what happened. The internet went off, but I don't know why the internet went off. And it wasn't strong enough on my phone to go that way. We had to go through the house internet. But anyway, it does that very occasionally for like about 10, 15 minutes. Don't know why. It's like the old lady who swallowed the fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. Well, you're there, Mike, and 9 others. but the other 9 seem to be mute, or they don't have any hands and they can't type, or maybe they're Ellen's family members. Maybe that's what it is. Mike Thompson, only the Philippines. Yeah, only the Philippines, mate. It's that was amazing when we stayed in a hotel when we stayed in Bangkok, when we stayed in Jomtien. You got the old keys, you know, where you when you go in the room, you've got to put the key in the slot, otherwise the power doesn't work. So we'd get in each night. I'd take the keys out to do something or whatever, the power got off, and then always go, brown out. I just don't have brownouts in Thailand. You just put the key back in the slot, but every time it caught her out. But there we go. Well, Mike was man enough to make a comment. What's wrong with the rest of you? I'm inviting the trolls in now. I'll tell you what, one of the best decisions I made was to start this live stream up again. It's more fun in the Philippines. I don't know who made up that slogan, but it's not true. The Philippines is fun, but it's not more fun. It's well, there we go. I think we might have lost Mike. We went from 10 to 9. Now, if we've lost Mike, then we've lost all hope. Hope has left the building. I would say this is embarrassing, but I'll just delete the stream. Ah, Mike Thompson is there. When is the Vietnam trip? Well, just me and you, Mike. We should have called each other, shouldn't we? We didn't need to do a live stream. We could have just had a chat on Skype or something. Mike, have you joined our Facebook group? Speaking of Asia, you should do, brother. We're going to start chatting there from time to time. But in answer to your question, don't know. It's kind of up in the air. We have friends here, a couple, an English guy and a Filipina, and they're thinking of going, and we might go with them. The trouble is, they have been to Da Nang, and they want to try somewhere else. I had my heart set on Da Nang, but now I'm starting to think about Ho Chi Minh City. But either way, don't know, mate. Could be next year. Could be next year. Ellen is pushing for next year. I think next year makes a lot more sense. But the way I've got the travel bug back in me, it could be next week. But I don't think... maybe for my birthday in December, maybe for Ellen's birthday in April. I don't know, mate. It's... you know, if you don't seize the moment, if you don't carpe diem, in a few months' time, I'll be back out of travel mode again, I think. I don't know. Sweetness and light, my darling Ellen. Pop the aircon on, please, sweetie. It's getting warm in here. Mike says he's going to join the Facebook group, which is good. We will be able to reach...
Maybe others can... Maybe others are having a hard time leaving a comment.
Maybe they are, or maybe they don't want to.
I'll check on the page.
Why would they be having a hard time leaving a comment? Mike can leave comments, you can leave comments. Where are you in the world, Mike? Forgive me for asking, but I get confused sometimes when I'm talking to it. I'm sure you've told me before, but it's very intimate, isn't it? Me and Mike chatting away on the live stream, no one else. It fascinates me that there are 7 other people in the world. Well, no, Ellen's one of those, so there are 6 other people who are just sitting there watching. No, more than that. We're up to 10 now. There are 8 other people not talking, sitting, watching. It probably gets round amongst the people. There's a disaster live stream going on. There's this drunk guy talking. Honolulu. Mike, Honolulu. How did you get on with the old tsunami then? Was it, did anything hit you over there? No idea you in Hawaii. I should do, because I remember. It's just I'm saying I'm terrible with memory. Because you said that before you were in Hawaii. So, yeah. What's it like over there? Did the tsunami hit you hard? I won't keep bombarding you with questions, because I know it takes a little while to reply. But yeah, I'd love to know about that. I noticed the old TV stations, they seemed a bit disappointed it wasn't worse than it was. All the news stations were getting ready for this apocalyptic event, and when it didn't happen, they all seemed a bit disappointed. Mike Thompson, no big waves. No big waves at all, or just not as big as was predicted. Surely you must have had something. I know they were saying 6 foot waves, or was it 6 feet or 6 metre they were talking? Anyway, either way, it didn't sound that big, but I suppose it has a collective effect. Glenn, hi, Glenn, you are number 1. You have a number 1 crown now. Welcome back, Glenn. Mike was in Honolulu, or is in Honolulu, and he was there for tsunami. We were just talking about that. A number 1 crown for Glenn. Mike's got a number 3. If we go much longer, he might move up to number 2. I haven't worked out how that works, but there you go. Yeah. Anyway, I felt a bit bad. There was a not brownout. What am I talking about? The internet went off, so I thought the decent thing to do would be to come back on just in case, because I saw there were 4 people waiting, but the 4 people waiting online seem to be deaf, dumb, and mute because they don't say anything. But there you go. We're up to 13 now. So anyway, I'd already poured a cocktail, so I thought I would come on and finish the session. I was starting to regret it, but Mike came to the rescue. Ellen has left because she's somewhat intoxicated. She stopped giggling now, but she was laughing instead. It doesn't take much to get her tipsy these days. Glenn, 50 mile per hour winds here yesterday. Was it really? Oh, that's right. I remember seeing something. A storm was supposed to hit. There you go. That's quite strong. We seem to be getting a lot of storms these days. I won't say tsunami. You can't blame that on global warming. But there you go. What are you doing? What is that distracting noise? What are you doing? Is that a game or what?
My nephew.
Your nephew?
Yeah.
Smack his legs. McLovin. Good evening, McLovin. How are you, brother? Stourmouth Fluissa. Storm Fluissa. I'm guessing not Stourmouth. Or am I missing something? Storm Fluissa. Yeah, that's right. So McLovin is in the house. Did you get your McLovin from I can't think what the bloody film's called now. Not Napoleon Dynamite. What's the film with McLovin in it?
I can't remember the title.
Oh God, I can remember the video vividly. It's got oh, what was that bloody film called? Anyway, what was McLovin? Storm Spellwrecker. What was the film with McLovin in it? God.
Hold on.
Google it.
Is that the real name? No, it's the name of the character, right?
Yeah, McLovin and that Saul and
Superbad.
Superbad, that's it. Superbad, McLovin. That's a funny film. Mike Thompson, 3 a.m. here, waiting for the surf. Oh yeah, are you a surfer? You do surprise me, Michael, because I always think of my audience as being retirement age. You're not a geriatric surfer, are you? Always surprised me because Adam's quite young. Always surprised me when I got a young audience. I think, why the hell are they listening to this old bastard? But fair play to you. I have never been surfing in my life. I went windsurfing a few times. Was awful at it, but I've never tried to surf. I was lousy at windsurfing, couldn't get it. So I imagine I'd be 10 times worse at surfing. But there you go. I hear Hawaii is very good for surfing. What's that film? Big Wednesday. It's a great surfing film, but that's set in California. Is it California? Yeah, I'm sure Big Wednesday's set in California. Joys of the Philippines, the old power going, not power. I can't speak. I don't know what's happening to me these last couple of years. Superbad, McLovin, Superbad. Yeah, we got that, Superbad. Is that where your name comes from, McLovin? I mean, that's where you got it. Such a funny film. Why are you getting driving license with just McLovin on it? Wayne R, when did you leave Thailand, mate? I left, we came back Wednesday. Only went for 8 nights. We got back, we left Tuesday night. We got back here Wednesday morning. So we will have been back here a week tomorrow. My God, they've flown by. I got to go to immigration soon. And Ellen's over on the bed now. She's had too much to drink. So that's why I'm looking up like that to look at her. But I'm going to have to go to immigration sooner rather than later. Put those away. Put those away. You're drunkards. Or what?
For what?
I don't have a visa.
And you're valid for how long?
Anyway, McLovin, no, I'm an Irish pimp. Just joking. Wayne, okay. I am there next week. Just missed you. Where are you going to, mate? Where are you going? Glenn McLovin, nice one. McLovin. Yeah. I should have spent more time thinking of a name for the channel or thinking for using. I'm awful at that. I can never think up shit like that. Well, it's a shame we lost so many people, but Wayne Art, 5 nights in Bangkok. Where are you travelling from? That's a long way to go for just 5 nights. Are you in Australia or somewhere? Where are you? Presumably you're not going from Europe for 5 nights. Wayne Art, stopover, UK to Australia. Oh, yeah, 5 nights is nice. 5 nights is nice. Whereabouts are you staying? Are you staying in Sukhumvit? You're staying in Koh San? Where are you going to stay? Are you British or Australian then? Mike Thompson, Big Island. Honolulu's a big island. Glenn, I received a Facebook message from Ellen. What?
Yeah, I messaged in his Facebook post saying, "Hey Glenn, Simon is back on live now."
Oh, did you? There you go.
Because I thought they just can't.
Wayne R, Thong Law. Wayne R, dual national, mate. But where's your country of birth? Are you an Aussie or are you a Brit? I don't know where Thong Law is. I've stayed in Bangkok many times, but I never actually lived there. So I don't know where a lot of the places are. Wayne R, Grand Centre Point. Ah, I know where that is. That's in the business area. I've stayed in the centre. There's 3 or 4 centre points, and I've stayed in one of the centre points. They're nice hotels. They are. Wales. Soy 55. Whereabouts in Wales are you from? Have we had this discussion before? I do apologise. I was talking to Mike Thornton. I forget who I've spoken to and where I've been. Whereabouts in Wales? Did the storm do any damage to where you are, Glenn, with your 50-mile-per-hour winds? I always had a soft spot for Wales. I have a. You'll have to tell me, chaps. How long does it take for to put your answers in and to appear? Because I'm new to this. Well, not new to it, but I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to live streams. And one of the options you've got is to set the time between replies, and it's set 60 seconds. Is the standard. You can make it faster or longer. I'm wondering if I should make it less than 60 seconds, because you have a lot of times like this where I don't know if people haven't replied or it just takes 60 seconds to show. But I will fiddle with it and I will see how this works. The old jokes are the best. Oh, here we go. I could just press it down. Right. Soy 55, Wayne R, Bridgend. Bridgend. I know Bridgend. Used to have a couple of contracts up in Bridgend back in my security days. Mike Thompson, back in Bangkok in December, then the Philippines in January. Where are you going in the Philippines, mate? Wayne R, don't you have family in Wales? Yeah, my parents live in Llandilo. Glenn, not much damage here, mainly further north, Scotland. But they're not Welsh. I mean, but I've got some good friends. Couple of my best friends, they live in Caerphilly. But I've been to Bridgend quite a few times. But when I had the CCTV, I had a security business, I had a man guide and I had a systems business. We had a couple of police stations out at Bridgend, and there was a factory. I can't remember what they did, but I went there a few times for like client meetings and that, and stayed overnight. But yes, I've been to Bridgend a few times. McLovin, end of September, we'll be making the big move to the Philippines. The big move. Whereabouts, mate? Where are you going to move to? That is a big move. Glenn, my posts show almost immediately. You're just showing off now, Glenn. We should say more, mate. If your posts show up immediately, why are you waiting so long to answer the questions? Or maybe it's me going down. But that's interesting because I don't know what that 60 seconds is. Because when you set it up, it offers you whether you want it horizontal or whether you want to have live chat and all these things. And one of them is the delay. And I tend to go with what it recommends. It just has 60 seconds in there. It says 60-second response time or something like that. So I've just left it because I don't know if you speed it up, it means you get bombarded with questions or what. But if yours are shown immediately, one can only assume everyone's are showing immediately. But a lot of it will probably just be like then. I'm waiting for people to reply. It's because I haven't scrolled. Haven't scrolled down. Mike Thompson, Cavite for a family visit, then Boracay. There you go. 2 places in the Philippines that I haven't been to. What are the chances of that? Very high, considering I've only been to 4 places. There are over 7,000 islands. The likelihood that you would have been where I have been are very small when you think about it. Wayne R, would you and Ellen ever move to Thailand, maybe when the daughter is older? It is highly, 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 highly unlikely because at this moment in time, neither of us have a desire to do so. I wouldn't want to move back to Thailand. I'm not feeling a love for it. It's hard to explain that last trip. I enjoyed being there, but I was glad to leave. I could happily go back again to visit, but the idea of living there, no. I got talking. I'm going to actually do a video on this because it's strange. I can't get my head around how much I've changed. I've done a 360. I mean, don't get me wrong. Patty out Jomtien were never for me. I took Ellen there because there were things you can do there that you can't do in other places. You know, like Bangkok's quite split over, and there was certain restaurants and things I wanted to take her to. I wanted her to see, you know, the walk in the street and all the rest of it. But it was never for me. And it made me realise when I was back, the reason I left is I didn't have much in common with the expats there. I really didn't. And I didn't enjoy being there. And absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I remembered it probably a bit more nostalgic than it was. But going back there, we met a couple of good guys. One guy I talked to one night for like an hour or so. Nice bloke. But he was talking about his life there and that and what he did and things. And I just found myself listening, thinking, why? I couldn't do that. I'm going to have to sneeze now, chaps. Excuse me. So no, not in our thoughts at all. But who knows? You don't know what the future holds. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the future? But the only way we would leave the country, I think, if I was really pressuring Ellen into doing it, and Kayla was, you know, in a position where she didn't need a mother. But I don't have any desire to leave the Philippines, and nor does Ellen. So I can't foresee that ever happening. So there we go. Of course, if I was to say I'm going tomorrow, Ellen would be like, grab hold of my ankles and drag across the floor saying, please don't go, don't go.
I'll never do that.
I'll follow you to the end of the world.
I would never do that.
Oh, who are you kidding? But I have no desire to do so. If I left, it would only be to get away from her in reality. McLovin will be based just outside Clark. Girlfriend owns her own house. Well, there you go. Clark. Have you been there before? I have never been to Clark. No desire to go to Clark. No desire to go anywhere in the Philippines other than where I am, to be honest with you. But I've heard some good things about Clark. I've heard some bad things about Clark. I have heard, Wayne, same everywhere. You know, you'll talk, one person will tell you one place is fantastic. Another place will tell you it's god awful. So it really depends on who you talk to and what day of the week it is, really. Wayne R, I want to check out Iloilo City. Right, hold on a second. Iloilo City is the one up in Bacolod, yeah, not the one in Cebu. I always get Lapu Lapu.
Yeah. Though.
I always get Lapu Lapu and Iloilo mixed up.
Where Eric went for state.
Iloilo City.
That's it, yes.
Yeah, never been. But a friend of ours, he moved there last year with his girlfriend. Well, they married. Anyway, he moved there with his partner. He's back now. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. And I have another friend who moved there about, I don't know. He lived there for 2 years. I was talking at the bowling the other week. Hated it. Both left Dumagetti in search of somewhere better. And didn't last. I think one of them lasted 6 months in Ilulu. And Eric lasted a year just because he had a house lease. So, I don't know. They just reckon there's nothing there. They said the infrastructure's good and things, but there is no. See, what people don't get about Dumagetti, and I'm not saying Dumagetti is a great place. I am not encouraging people to move here. I'm not saying anything. Well, I might do in a video in the next couple of weeks. But there's something about Dumagetti in terms of the expat community. There is it has a thriving, people do things, but there's always parties, there's always doing stuff, there's always things we do. And the two guys that went up there were hoping to have the same thing in Iloilo, and there's just not. There's nothing. It's just like there isn't really a bar scene. There isn't really a. There's not things to do there in the same sense. I mean, there's things to do there since they've got shopping malls and infrastructure and everything, but they don't have the same expat community, if you know what I mean. But as I say, that is just two people, anecdotal evidence. They could be wrong. They could be way off the mark. Could be the place for you. You'll only find out if you try it. McLovin, I'm military. I was at Clark and Subic. What military are you then? Are you Navy? I know. Well, no, Clark was an Air Force base and Subic was a naval base, wasn't it? I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I'm guessing obviously you're American then. Last time I was there was 2004. Well, you must be ex-military then. As I say, when you said that, I mean, you must be ex-military surely, because that isn't that a long time ago that they were American bases? There you go, Glenn. You said you post show immediately. You stopped posting, mate. Sangsonka. Hi, I feel need to visit the Philippines. Where should I come and visit to get the taste of the place? Cheers. Ellen loves a Samsung Coke. She was on those by the end of the trip.
What is that?
Is that whiskey? That's Thai whiskey, Samsung. Yeah, Samsung Coke when we were listening to that Filipino band. I don't know is the answer to that. Honestly, couldn't tell you. Samsung car. Just because I don't profess to be an expert on the Philippines. I've only been to 4 places. I live here in Dumagetti, stroke Bacong. I've lived in Siquijor. Other than that, I spent put it all together, just over a week in Mobile, and that big lizard is back in here, Ellen.
Where?
Just down here on the floor. There's this big lizard about this long. She's terrified of him. I have to keep putting it out, and I don't know why it keeps coming in. I keep putting it out, and it keeps coming back in again. It's a strange creature, but I've just seen it again now. I'm doing a live stream. I'll get it out in a minute when I finished. But yeah, so I am no expert on places, mate. Ask other people. I mean, out of the places I've been to, if you're coming here for a holiday, go to Siquijor. Siquijor's the best that I have been to for a holiday, but it ain't great over there. After that, it'd be Mobile. I mean, I think Dumagetti personally is a great place to live, but don't come to Dumagetti for a holiday. It's not like a holiday destination. But maybe other people in the comments will hopefully be able to guide you better than I can in terms of where's the best place to get a feel. McLovin, I did 6 years in the Navy and 6 years for the Air Force. There you go. You changed services. Is that common in America? Is it very rare in the? Actually, that's not true. I do know some guys who were in the Air Force who were Army first, but they tended to leave and then come back in again because you can't transfer over. But I don't know. IT Crazy Fish. I reckon you'd live the dream in Udon Thani. Really? Well, I'm 53 years old. I don't think I've ever lived the dream in my life. In Udon Thani? I don't know. I don't know why I would. Maybe you're right. Who knows? I have never been. I know Jackstar has got a rubber farm up in Udon Thani. I did think about moving to Udon Thani. I remember watching a thing on YouTube because I don't know if you live in Thailand or whereabouts you are from, mate. You probably told me before. I apologise, I've forgotten. But one thing that did impress me about Udon Thani was the fact there was a lot of condos available and that, because a lot of the smaller cities in Thailand, like Pitsanulok, mate, you're very limited in accommodation. Where I lived in Petroburg, family living with my girlfriend, very, very few rental properties or options about. But I watched this thing on Udon Thani, and they had quite a few developments there, which made it a bit tempting. But there you go. Who knows? Mike Thompson, Clark is one of the leading strips that could take the shuttles. Oh, he's moving quick, Alan. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's going up the side of the wall there now, by the shirts. See? Careful, he'll bite you. Big lizard. Can you see him?
I can't see it. Oh!
Told you.
I know. It might come to me.
Well, there you go. At least you're not a coward. Glenn, haha, sorry, just changing. Have an appointment in a bit. Okay, mate. No, I was only joking. I don't want to keep you from your an appointment. That sounds serious, Glenn. I hope it's something good and not something bad. McGlovin, all depends what you're looking for, where you want to visit. Yeah, that's exactly right, mate. You've answered that question. Glenn, still number one though. You are still number one, mate. You'll always be number one in my eyes, Glenn. Samsung car. Cheers. Go and enjoy the Samsung and Coke. It's Crazy Fish. I'm based in Bangkok. There you go. Whereabouts in Bangkok, mate? Mike Thompson. If the space shuttle come in on the wrong angle. Okay. So it was a backup landing. Follow an area. Right, it's Crazy Fish. Petroleum is proper rural, mate. Did you ever get lonely there or learn Thai? I learned a bit of Thai. It wasn't crazy. I wasn't great, but long time ago now. Hua Quang. Hui Quang. What does that mean? I didn't get lonely then, mate, because I was living like a Thai. I love the experience of living like a Thai. But it's only since I've been away from there I've realised how much I do. Glenn, the lizard's picking out a shirt, LOL. I think it is. It keeps coming. We've got these doors at the back, the double glazed, and I open up all like French door kind of things. Every day a couple of times a week, I'll catch this bloody thing. I'll put it outside, and then it just comes back in again. And I don't know why. It's like we get a lot of geckos in the house thereabouts, and there's nothing in there for them to eat. I like the little things because they catch mosquitoes and stuff. But Ellen's terrified of this bloody thing. But they're not going to survive in here. I don't know why they're so determined to come in here. The lizard's picking out a shirt. LOL. Anyway, it's a neighbourhood in Bangkok. Love your channel, mate. Been watching for years. Well, I'm glad you've been watching, mate. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. So is Hua Quang? Is that Hui Quang? Is that is that one of the suburbs? Or is it central or what? I think I'm going to have to bring this stream to an end shortly because this lizard is getting closer to the bed and Ellen's getting more distressed. The last thing I want is to end the stream with someone with Ellen screaming hysterically. But I am. But I'm glad you love the channel, mate. That is very nice to hear that. Makes it all worthwhile, comments like that. I mean, you say, Glenn, you say that the lizard is picking out a shirt. It could well be, because it's big enough, I think, to fit into a medium. Talking of which, I have piled on the weight these last few months. I'm going to have to go on a diet. When we were in that is when you go on holiday, you get the old holiday clothes out of the suitcase. My God, they were tight. And then looking at the video tonight, my God, I'm getting fat in the cheeks. Going to have to rejoin the gym. Get the old six-pack back. What are you laughing at? There's much chance of that as winning the lottery. Well, the comments have gone. It's interesting they had a backup bases if the shuttle came in at the wrong angle. Presumably they had quite a few of those. I saw a shuttle once, many years ago when I was a kid. It landed at Stansted Airport. I remember watching it out of the garden when it came over. It was on the back of a jumbo.
What was your last comment?
Mike Thompson, X came from Peterborough. Most of the family were lovely. I was the only Farang in the village.
I'm not gonna say anything on that.
I'm thinking, but I'm trying to take it in. The cocktails have gone to my head. So did you actually live in Peterborough? When you're saying that family was lovely, you actually live in there, or do you mean like, when they came to visit you? And whereabouts? Because I'll tell you something now. I've always had this discussion. I've always had this problem since I lived in Thailand. You'll know yourself being Americans. If you're in the UK, I can tell where anyone's from. There'll be the odd exception, but you can understand from the accents, and you know what people are like in terms of stereotypes. So if someone's from a certain city, you know the stereotype. You have an idea, rightly or wrongly, what they're going to be like, what the kind of the places. Is how it works, isn't it? It's all based on stereotypes and things like that. I don't have that in Thailand. I could never pick up. I spoke the language to a certain extent, but I couldn't pick up an accent. I could tell some people I found harder to understand, but I couldn't tell what part of the country they're from. And I thought Thais were just like, the same all over. But when I moved up to Peterborough from Jomtien, I loved the place. I loved the people. They were my kind of people. They just liked to have fun. They were friendly. They were welcoming. I thought that was Thailand. And I loved Thailand then. But then when things went south and I split up with that girlfriend, my second girlfriend lived in Buriram. And my God, the people were different. The people were different. They were nice people, but they were much more conservative. And they did not drink, they did not party. They might let their hair down at the weekends, but there was nothing like, where I lived up in Peterborough, someone would come around, they'd bring some drink round, some food with barbecue. Start at 5, 6 in the morning drinking, 3 or 4 times a week. I thought that's what living in Thailand was. It's only when I went to Buriram I realised how different it was. And when I lamented the fact, like my girlfriend, I can't believe the people here are so conservative. Comes, up the north, Peterborough, they're all alcoholics and they're all, what I'm saying to you? So it's like, it's only if you spend a long time in Thailand you would realise, and the people are different. So yeah, in my limited experience, because I've only been in Jomtien, Pattaya, Peterborough and Buriram, but of the people I met in that period, my God, people in Peterborough were by far my favourite people. But that doesn't mean the people in Udon Thani aren't great, because I've never been there, you know what I mean? But it seems to be. I only realised that when I moved to Buriram. Big differences. But it'll be the same in America. It's the same in England. Wales. People in Wales are so much friendlier than they are in London. The further north you go, they tend to be friendlier. It's further south you go, it's like Cornwall, Plymouth, they're friendly people. So, I mean, it's like, I imagine it's the same. I know it's the same in America. I spent a lot of time in America. Some states are great, some states aren't. Glenn, medium lizard. It is a medium lizard, mate. And Ellen's gone to the toilet now, so when it eats Ellen, it's going to be an extra large lizard. It's not that big, it's about that size. But I know it's the same one because it's lost half of its front leg. Otherwise, I think it was a different lizard. But it's starting to grow back. But that's how I know it's the same thing. But I don't know what his obsession with coming in this, our bedroom is. Used to be the kitchen. I got it out under the fridge a couple of times.
Can we turn that off for a few minutes?
Yes, we can, sweetheart. Anything for you, my lovely. Right, well, the comments have dried up again. Well, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark now, and I always try and do 2 hours, and there have been no more comments. I have talked people to sleep, which is what I'm good at. So enjoyed the chat tonight, fellas. Really have. Very sorry that we had the brownout. Not that it wasn't a brownout. Why do I keep saying the brownout? I'm very sorry on behalf of Phil Fibre that the internet went down. Glenn, reference weight. Wait until you get older. LOL. Mike Thompson. See, it's always the same when I say I'm ending it. The comments start coming through. Mike Thompson lived there for 2 months. Whereabouts? Was that right up in the mountains? Because it's quite a big province. Petra. Mind you, the people in Lomsac were quite friendly as well. But there you go, 2 months. They are friendly people in Peterborough. Reference wait until you get older. Well, that's the thing, Glenn, you know what I mean? That's why I always think, you know, it's so much harder to get it off. It's better to try not to put it on. But it's not easy. The older you get, the harder it is not to put it on, isn't it? Mind you, if Ellen's cooking, it's very easy to lose weight.
Really? And who's trying to get back to the gym now?
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's not because of you. That's because it was good food in Thailand. Yeah, if any of you guys want to lose weight and you want to get in shape, come and stay with us.
Nice.
Ellen's cooking will make you lose weight. Her talking will stress you out so much you'll be burning nervous energy all the time. You can lose a lot of weight. Mike Thompson, close to the Big Buddha. What, the Big Buddha in Peterborough City? You mean the Big Buddha in Peterborough City? My God, mate, I only lived about 4 clicks from there. Mind you, every place, everywhere, every city, every town in Thailand has got a Big Buddha. Do you mean the Big Buddha, if you're coming into Peterborough on the left-hand side when you go into the cities? You talk about that Big Buddha. Because if you did, I lived in Bampak Phu, which was about 3 kilometres from there. There we go. Thumbs up from Mike. Anyway, right. We're on the 2-hour, 1 minute mark. I am going to knock it on the head now, guys. Do appreciate those who came back. Enjoy talking to your Mike. Enjoy talking to your Crazy Fish. Enjoy talking to McLovin. I love that. What do you call it? Avatar. I love the Avatar McGovern. I might watch. I can't remember what it's called now. Not Bad Taste. Is it called? What's it called? Superbad. I might watch Superbad now. I think Samsung car's gone. Glenn's got his appointment. I hope your appointment goes well for you, Glenn. There you go. Mike Thompson, it's a very small world. What's the chance of that? 2 of us chatting on a live stream. I think the population of Peterborough, was it 26,000 or something like that? We've both lived in the same small town in the Philippines. There you go. In Thailand, sorry. There you go. It's a small world. Glenn, take care. Thanks again. Looking forward to part 3 of the Thai videos. Yeah, it'll be a couple of weeks before I put them up, Glenn, but they are coming. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. If you like the video or like the stream, it'd be fantastic if you smash the like button. Always need to get up to 30. If we don't get up to 30 likes, Ellen bangs me about, and I wake up in the night and she's prodding me with sharp things and stuff like that. You know, she's craving the day I get old and defenceless so she can do nasty things to me. She's an evil, wicked woman. But there you go. Anyway, hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the live stream. If you did, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be fantastic if you did. But whether you do, whether you don't, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe. Be lucky.
The lizard.
What about it?
I know.